Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Morning Game and Watch Drop, episode 9. Sorry, Rob. This is Dom.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us here, guys, where we talk about movies, TV shows in the first half and games in the latter half. So yeah, dude, what you been watching and what you been like?
Man, a series of things. I've been really getting into the Badlands on AMC. That show is pretty freaking good.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't start it sooner. I regret not starting it sooner, but really good. It's 2 seasons in. I'm caught up like midway through the season. Oh my gosh, what else have I been watching? Let's see. A whole bunch of things. Occasionally I watch mindless entertainment, like, you know, this like weird little sitcoms that just come on, like what is it? The Great Indoors.
Okay.
That one's pretty good. It's got Joel McHale is like the main character in there, and I think he's funny as well. So I watch it solely because he's in there. But yeah, not too much. I just watched the movie Get Out for the first time.
What did you think of it?
It was like, I don't know. I can't even like really describe it without swearing, but I'm not going to swear. Let's just put it this way: it was probably one of the best movies I've seen, like, that's come out in like the last year.
I have to agree.
I liked it a lot. It had me, because it was like 3 a.m. when I was watching this, and it had me literally sitting up in bed, like just jaw dropped, because I was like, no way.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean? I knew kind of what was coming, based because it's like, how do you say that? Environmental storytelling. You put things together.
Uh-huh.
I love putting things together in movies like that. Like, I don't know. I'm really good at it. It's weird.
I love that movie. That movie is so good.
It is really good, especially at the end. You know, like, it's long enough. I don't need to put spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie, then, you know, too bad.
I mean, it's Jordan Peele's directorial debut.
Yeah,
And he knocked it out of the park.
My favorite scene was at the end when his buddy Rod picks him up, and the girl thinks that, and you think too, as a viewer, that this is the one that got me. I didn't see his buddy picking him up. I didn't see that coming. I figured that, like, you know, a white police officer was gonna like roll up on the scene and, just out of racial like prejudice and stereotypes, was gonna assume that because he was black, that he was the one that, you know, caused all the trouble there.
The same thing I thought.
You know, because he's like over this, like, you know, he's over his, like, this white girl, you know, and
almost dead.
And yeah, she's going, please help, and then like his buddy Rod from the TSA gets out, and he's just like, you know, he walks over, gets in the car, doesn't say anything to him for a minute, and then just looks over him and goes, like any best friend would do, man, I told you not to go in that house. I told you. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know, and then they just back up slow, and that's how the movie ends. I thought that was a great ending. Like, it was fantastic. It wasn't some cheesy, like, you know, oh, I made it out of this horror movie scenario, and, like, you know, but, like, the bad guy comes out at the end or something, you know what I mean? Comes back for the revenge, you know, for a sequel plot thing, you know? Left it at what it was. They just, you know, the rest of the story you can kind of piece together for yourself, but you assume that the main character is going to be all right because there's enough evidence there, you know, like, as soon as they looked at, like, the, you know, burnt down building, you know, and found, like that dude that was just in the basement and everything else.
Yeah.
And, like, they would piece it together, kind of. Now, I mean, piecing it together as far as, like, people actually being hypnotized is pretty far-fetched, but, like, just seeing how kind of, like, messed up they were with, like, the whole underground, like, surgery room and stuff like that, I think would be enough grounds to, like, just know that the character was going to get away with, like, being okay.
I dug that movie. It was really good.
I enjoyed it.
So I just kind of dipped into a little bit of more OJ versus the People.
Yeah.
Love that show. Awesome acting in that. Cuba Gooding Jr. doing fantastic. And has been watching just a bunch of just YouTube videos, as one does, who works and makes videos on
I
YouTube.
haven't watched YouTube, and God, man, this is weird. For like 2 weeks, I have not watched YouTube.
It's really good.
I know.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Don't know why I haven't.
My favorites, Queso Neistat, Kind of Funny and Funhouse. Those are my favorites.
I think what mine is that there's certain YouTubers I watch, and I don't know what it is, but and this is horrible because, like, you know, I wouldn't want people to not watch my stuff, you know, because we're not putting out content all the time. But I feel like some of the content that some of the viewers I watch put out are so short that I wait a while like this so that their content builds up for me, and then I can go and back catalog watch it. Yeah. And then
Binge
then
watch.
then I have like a good 3 hours of just content to watch instead of 5 minutes of my day every day.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been practically it. Man, I was gonna ask something, but totally forgot. Anyways, so for the first part, 9.1 guys, we got a couple news stories that broke out this week. So we're just gonna touch on them. One of them being Deadpool animated series. All of these are coming from IGN, by the way. Deadpool animated series ordered by FXX. Donald Glover to executive produce. Childish Gambino.
That's pretty crazy that Donald Glover's gonna.
Yeah, dude. It's been This goes on to say, FXX has ordered an untitled Deadpool adult action comedy animated series set to debut in 2018. The 10-episode first season is executive produced by Atlanta's Donald Glover and Stephen Glover, who will also serve as showrunners and writers on the upcoming show. No plot details or casting announcements were made at this time.
I loved Atlanta, so I mean, I know that was his baby, like that show.
Yeah, and it's interesting that FX is grabbing this because right now FX has Legion, a beautiful show.
They're also talking about coming out with the new Inhumans. I don't know.
Oh, is that them who has it?
I don't know if that's them. I don't know what platform.
No, I think it's ABC.
Is that ABC?
Yeah, that's why I'm not really happy about it.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Also, then we got that new Marvel show coming out, which I don't know what platform that's going to be on or who owns that, but the one that's ABC. In Texas here.
Oh, I don't remember which one you're talking about though.
Yeah, but they've started shooting Gifted.
Dude, I just saw something about that recently.
Yeah, I did too.
They just came out with the logo for that.
Yeah, and I think they came out with like an actual date right there on IMDb. Is that it?
Much. Fox's Marvel drama. Polygon. I think Polygon's probably got something here. Mutants are on the run in teaser for Marvel and Fox's dystopian X-Men show. Oh, the trailer just came out.
They actually have a trailer for it?
Yeah, the trailer just came out.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I remember. This came out.
We'll
and then Hulu also has The Runaways.
Yeah.
So Marvel's just dipping their toes into everything, dude.
Now, does Fox own FX?
Oh, that's a very good point. Because Legion being X-Men, Gifted being X-Men. That's a good point. They probably do. Interesting. We will go into that later after we watch this trailer. We'll give our thoughts on that later on a later date. But so you are a big Deadpool fan.
I love Deadpool. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself this huge Deadpool fan enough to be able to tell you the entire backstory of it. I loved the movie that came out a couple years ago. I thought it was really well done. I love the dark humor. I love the comedy. Just the sheer I don't know. Ryan Reynolds did it justice. I couldn't see anybody else other than Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. Yeah. Honestly, and every time I look at a Deadpool comic or anything like that, I just hear Ryan Reynolds' voice. Yeah. It's just witty, kind of sarcastic. I know he did it so well that I couldn't see if they ever came out with a second movie. Well, they are coming out with a second movie. Sorry, a movie after that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
if they ever decided to reboot the series after Ryan Reynolds, I don't know who would play it. I really don't.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds did to Deadpool what RDJ did to Iron Man. So, yeah, you're not going to really be able to see him like Deadpool as any other person.
Or I could go as far as saying, Christian Bale's Batman. It's just me, though.
We're just going to shut this show down.
Hashtag Ben Affleck, not my Batman.
So, I wonder who they're going to voice and cast. Who's going to cast the voice for Deadpool in this one? And what characters come out. Now, if Donald Glover comes on and is like, guys, let me do Deadpool. I'll voice Deadpool. That'll be interesting. But I don't know how well he can do.
I love Donald Glover, but I don't know how I'd feel about that. I really don't. I think that they could actually get Ryan Reynolds to voice the animated series as well.
I can picture him doing that, but for a lot of money, dude.
I don't see him taking a lot of money for it. I see him, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would. I think he really enjoys his work, and I think he enjoys the work he does, so much that he would be willing to, take, I mean, he's already making, loads of money with all the things he's got his hands in. True. Just doing this for, a little side note of money, it's something he loves, and if he could carry it on, and, if he gets more of his name out there with and associated with the Deadpool character, only boosting his career as far as like movies for that character goes.
That's
you know?
True.
So.
So yeah, that's one thing that came out. Another thing that came out. Hellboy reboot aiming for a horror movie style. Working title revealed. The Hellboy will no longer be played by Ron Perlman,
which is sad.
It is rumored that Stranger Things actor, what's his name? Dude, I am drawing a whole blank right here. All right, I'll search it up. What are your thoughts on the whole Hellboy reboot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really iffy. It's one of those things. It could either be really good or just a total piece of shit.
Are you upset that it is no longer going to be Ron Perlman?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I felt like he did that character justice. You know, he had that kind of grit about him. You know what I mean? I feel like
David Harbour. My bad.
Oh, okay. So the police officer
Yeah.
in Stranger Things. Really? Like him?
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Like a younger.
No, I can see him getting gruffy and everything.
Really?
Yeah. I think he looks like he can put on a more realistic look to it. Because I feel like Ron Perlman was like, he has that kind of like comic booky kind of look to his face, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like David can do more sort of like a more realistic, more grittier kind of look.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where they go. And plus, I mean, Guillermo del Toro's not going to be working on it. And he's the one that, like, if you've ever watched the Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro Hellboys, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're unique in the sense that Guillermo del Toro has his own style of monsters and stuff like that, and I just don't know. I don't know. I want to be hopeful about it, but it's hard for me to see anybody else than Guillermo del Toro and the art style that goes along with Hellboy.
Yeah. So this comes from Joe Scrabbles from IGN. He says, Neil Marshall's rebooted Hellboy is currently called Hellboy Rise of the Blood Queen and is aiming to walk a razor's edge between horror and comic book movie. It goes on to say from Andrew Crosby, he says, I can't really talk about specifics with regard to the story, which they're keeping a pretty tight lid on at the moment. But I can say that this is a darker, more gruesome version of Hellboy. Neil said from the very beginning that he wanted to walk a razor's edge between horror and comic book movie, which is music to my ears because that's what I was shooting for in the script, and precisely what Mignola does so well with the comics.
So just really dark and gritty. And I like dark and gritty, so it could, very well could turn out to be great.
Was the original Hellboy movies a little more, not lighthearted, but weren't they a little more comedic?
In a sense, yeah. But at the same time, too, it had more of like a fantasy thriller kind of thing, step behind it, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
As far as comic goes, like, I'm pretty sure the comics have always been gritty.
Yeah.
Like, the movies have been kind of like fantasy, sci-fi-ish, you know.
And for the... What was he saying?
I was going to say, and for people that are watching this, if you've noticed that it's been getting a little darker, it's because there's a huge storm rolling in, and we've been progressively just watching it as we're filming.
No, I can see a tornado all the way over there, so...
What?
If we die... Yeah, if we die while we're... Yeah, it's over there. Yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Last story of the day.
We're not in Texas anymore. We're in Oklahoma.
Comes from IGN. Again, Joe Scrabbles comes up and says, sounds like a fake name. Joe Scrabbles from IGN comes on and says, Jeff Goldblum has discussed bringing his saucy, sassy, chaos theorist character, Dr. Ian Malcolm, back for Jurassic World. This is what he has to go on to say. Off I go in a few weeks to London, where they've been hard at work, and I'll try to contribute something to the plate of Dino Entertainment. I like my character. I think my character is a saucy, sassy man of some integrity and deep thinking. And of course, that whole world continues to be popular, slam, bang, top entertainment.
For Jurassic World 2? That's what he is.
That's what he's coming back for.
What could you see him playing, though?
I could see him playing Ian Malcolm. And Dr. Malcolm.
No
Dude, it's going to be so good.
I'm just saying, like, do you think he's going to, like... okay, he's older. Do you think... I mean, and I love Jeff Goldblum. I think he's great.
Fantastic.
But do you think he's going to be able to bring that kind of panache back to...
Yes!
Because, I mean, Jurassic World was okay. I didn't care for it too much. I thought it was, like.
So Jurassic Park 1 had this very flirtatious kind of like, he knew that he was He's the good-looking guy of the group
Yeah,
in
he was
Jurassic
a
Park 1.
sexy-looking dude back then.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna fight. He's gonna be part of the thumbnail in this one.
Right.
So
just in that pose right there.
exactly,
too.
right there.
Yep.
In Jurassic Park 2, we saw a more mature Ian Malcolm.
Yeah.
To where after what happened in Part 1, he kind of matured and he wanted to make sure that this was not a thing to just play around with. Like, this is something that's serious. I have to take seriously. So I can picture in this one, he will be more so like the mentor, more so the guy's like, this needs to be stopped. You know?
Who do you think he's gonna be like? Is Chris Pratt coming back?
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt, Dallas Bryce Howard.
Okay.
They're coming back.
Okay.
And I know that the scientist who was in Part 1, I know he's coming back again in this one.
The guy. Wait. Which one was the scientist?
The Asian guy.
That describes a lot of people on this planet.
He was the only Asian guy in the show, dude.
I don't remember. That's how much I didn't really care for the movie. I
I'll
didn't think
search
it
it
was. I didn't think it was great. It was
Something Yang, if I'm mistaken.
It was an award-winning movie. Sorry.
I'm sorry. It wasn't my book. Excuse you.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was mediocre. Like, it was.
Get out of here. You're fired.
Right. Bye, guys.
Let's see. We got. Where you at? Oh, BD Wong. There we go. My bad. BD Wong.
Oh, Henry Wu. Hold on. Click on Henry Wu real quick. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in
Dude,
another.
this guy's Slappy and the Stinkers. He's on Law and Order. This dude's on a lot of stuff, and you don't even know it. Mulan, Father of the Bride, Mulan again, Focus. He was on Focus. I remember that. Yeah, different stuff. Karate Kid.
The Salton Sea. He was in The Salton Sea. I love that movie.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for Jeff Goldblum to come out. He was my favorite character in the movies, in the trilogy. Jurassic Park 2, haters gonna hate, I think is a fantastic movie. I think it's better than number 1.
I loved my Jeff Goldblum like Jurassic Park action figure toys.
Dude.
Right?
Was it like the shirt was like opened up?
No. I think it would be a. No.
Little boys running around with those things.
I think I had one. I think there's one where he was like on a paraglider. I think
that's canon, dude. That was in Part 1, yeah.
Yeah.
That was when he was facing against the what was it called? Triceratops.
Really? Gosh, I gotta go rewatch these movies. Holy cow! But yeah, no. The toy was, I think it was him on the glider, and then like his glider had like those little the 90s action toy things where it had like little like things that shot out from it, right?
Of course it did.
And like, I thought it was hella cool back then.
It was canon, dude.
That movie wanted me. I mean, like when I saw those movies, I wanted to be a paleontologist when I got older. Sadly, didn't happen, and I'm here now making YouTube videos, and working in a kitchen. But
so Jeff Goldblum was coming back. We know he's going to be coming back in Thor, Grandmaster. He's coming back in Jurassic World. This dude's.
Which is cool. I like to see him more active these days than.
He came back into Independence Day reboot too.
I never watched that. I didn't want to watch it. I was just like, it's gonna ruin Independence Day for me. I hate when they reboot movies. I really do.
Anyways, thanks for joining us here, guys, for Morning Game Watch Shop, episode 9.1. Ty Rob. This is Dom. This is a 4-part series that comes out every week, Tuesday through Friday.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, people. Stay classy, America, and stay classy, the world. We'll see y'all next time.